When your elementary school teacher asks you to draw a flower, this is probably what you're thinking of. But when my father, the founder of Wellspring Gardens, was in elementary school, his flower drawing looked like this. But you, my garden guru friends, know very well that my dad drew an orange bird of paradise. The bird of paradise plant was named after the birds of paradise that actually fly, because it has a beak-like and feather-like appearance. There are several different types, including a narrow leaf variety, but 3 of our favorites are the orange, yellow, and white. All birds of paradise grow upright and have upright flower stalks. Orange and yellow average 4 to 6 feet when mature, but the white, which is also known as the giant white, averages up to 20 feet. But if you're growing it indoors in a container, it'll top out around 6 feet. In full sun, they grow slightly smaller with slightly smaller flower stalks. And in part sun, they grow a little taller and with a little taller flower stalks. Little tip for you. For the soil, make sure it's well drained, mixed with some perlite or something like that. Keep it moist, but not soggy. You'll know it's time to water before the soil dries out completely on top. Sometimes customers will send me a picture of their plant and say, it's not growing, why? Birds of paradise are slow growers. I recommend our honeysuckle fertilizer fuel. This is our proprietary blend, not just for honeysuckles, but for all flowering plants. Now, fertilizer is never a replacement for time. Your plant still needs to grow up, to get a couple years older before it's going to bloom, but this will help it grow and it will help it bloom when it's time. The USDA hardiness zone lets you know how much cold your plant can take. Birds of paradise are tropical plants, so they can't take a lot of cold. They're hardy in zones 10 to 12. If you live outside that zone, don't worry about it. Just grow it in a pot, bring it indoors. Makes a great indoor plant too. You can get flowers like this from your local garden center. But if you want to bring tropical paradise to your yard or home, come to Wellspring Gardens. Not sure which color to choose? Why not get a bundle of all 3? You'll save a little money by buying all 3 together. All right, garden gurus, time to see how these beauties rank in the plant world. Visually, bird of paradise are so unique with their amazing flowers. It makes your yard look like a tropical paradise. So they also get to a majestic size, especially that white, giant white. They also, naturally, their leaves split to help them be resistant to the wind. Some people don't like it because they think it looks a little ratty. Personally, I don't mind. I think they're pretty majestic. But we'll give it a 4 out of 5. As far as ease goes, this is not a finicky plant. Just give it the right conditions, full sun, part sun, whatever, and medium moist soil, and it's going to do well for you. So I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 green thumbs for ease. Versatility. You can grow it indoors, outdoors. You can keep it shorter than the max height if you grow it in a pot. So considering how versatile this plant is, I would give it 5. Yeah, 5 green thumbs. For the total payoff for this plant, it provides a great focal point. It can camouflage your neighbors, plant it by your patio to kind of provide some coverage. And it's going to clump up, so it's really going to provide some good cover, give some color pop. The payoff is definitely 5 green thumbs. That gives Birds of Paradise a total score of about 4.75. A great plant. Here's 5 quick facts about Birds of Paradise. Number 1, a lot of people confuse Birds of Paradise for banana plants, and there's a reason for that. If you look at the leaves, they're very similar. That's because it's in the banana family. Number 2, it is the official flower of Los Angeles and of 9th wedding anniversaries. Number 3, it is toxic to cats and dogs, so keep your furry friends away. Number 4, a mature, healthy Bird of Paradise can produce up to 36 flower spikes per year. A little honeysuckle fuel would help too. Number 5, to bring it all full circle, the flower is actually pollinated by birds. And who knows, in the right region, you could have a Bird of Paradise pollinate your Bird of Paradise.